Cuidado que te la pasen. Octavo, Gutiérrez Lores y Lisandro Cruz. Noveno Randall Díaz, echando y lanzador Jorge Jiménez. ¿Estamos bien? Sí.
¿Ustedes cambiaron el eno?
Ven, cabo.
各位亲爱的球迷朋友们，欢迎来到台南亚太国际棒球场。这场比赛是2021年第6届 WBSC 世界杯 U12少棒锦标赛编号第16场的比赛，将由韩国队对上多米尼加。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tainan Asia Pacific Baseball Stadium. This is the 6th game of 2021 WBSC Under-12 Baseball World Cup between Korea and Dominican Republic. 让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎两队球员进场。Now let's welcome the players and the coaches from both teams. 首先，让我们介绍先攻的韩国队教练以及先发球员。Introducing the coach and the starting lineup for Korea. 总教练 Manager Number 61易栋俊。教练 Coach Number 70 Kim Chong Han。教练 Coach Number 77易尚厚。第一棒 Batting first the pitcher Number 12 Chong Woo Chang。第二棒 Batting second the center fielder Number 18易度裕。第三棒 Batting third the shortstop Number 3 Park Seung Hin。第四棒 Batting fourth the catcher Number 4 Kim Ye Chang。第五棒 Batting fifth the first baseman Number 7 Shin Yun Kang。第六棒 Batting sixth the right fielder Number 1 Am Seung Woo。第七棒 Batting seventh the left fielder Number 6 Kim Jin Woo。第八棒 Batting eighth the third baseman Number 5 Am Yong So。第九棒 Batting ninth the second baseman Number 10 Lee Joo Hyuk。以及所有球员 and the rest of the team Korea。
接着介绍先手的多米尼加队教练以及先发球员。And now introducing the coaches and the starting lineup for Dominican Republic. 总教练 Manager Number 20 Bedle Manuel。教练 Coach Number 22 Gonzale Hailo。教练 Coach Number 21 Agosta Luis。第一棒 Batting first the second baseman Number 17 Adrian Segula。第二棒 Batting second the shortstop Number 7 Stalin De Los Santos。第三棒 Batting third the first baseman Number 4 Joshua Canon。第四棒 Batting fourth the left fielder Number 9 Marlon Blanco。第五棒 Batting fifth the right fielder Number 3 Alexander Bolivar。第六棒 Batting sixth the DH Number 2 Jesus Martinez。第七棒 Batting seventh the third baseman Number 1 Cesara de Gracia。第8棒 Betting S the center fielder Number 13 Roland Gutierrez。第9棒 Betting Nice the catcher Number 8 Curando Diaz。先发投手 Starting pitcher Number 15 Jorge Jimenez。以及所有球员 and the rest of the team。
为您介绍本场比赛的执法裁判。Introducing the umpires for today's game. 主审 behind home plate from Japan is Miss Kyoko Matsumoto. 一垒审 on the first base side from Japan is Miss Kanawada. 二垒审 on the second base side from Czech Republic is Mr. Tomasz Spiros. 三垒审 on the third base from Chinese Taipei is Mr. 石鲁奇。
请各位观众朋友起立以及脱帽，我们将要播放2队国歌。Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps as we play our national anthem of Korea and Dominican Republic. 现在演奏韩国国歌 ，Now the national anthem of Korea. 接下来演奏多米尼加国歌 ，And now the national anthem of Dominican Republic.请坐下，请覆帽。Please be seated and put on your hat.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Asia Pacific International Stadium here in Tainan. My name is Wayne McNeil, and I'll be with you all morning today here at the Under-12 Baseball World Cup in sunny Tainan. And as I say sunny, my graphic comes up right in time. It's 30 degrees, hot out there, but definitely comfortable in comparison to other days where the humidity is not so high today. So the guys will have a cool, not cool, but a comfortable temperature to play some ball in today as we get our fake fist bumps over there from our umpires today. led by home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto. Got a marquee matchup today between powerhouses Korea and the Dominican Republic. It's a very, very important game for the Dominican Republic, as they lost their first game and Korea has won both of their opening games. For this, we'll take a quick look at the Korean starting offensive lineup. The pitcher, batting first, Yong-woo-chan. And we'll have Lee Do-yul, Pa Song-hyun. And the cleanup hitter today will be Kim Ye-chan, followed by Kim Yong-yeon, An Song-woo, Kim Jin-ho, An Yong-sup, and batting ninth will be Lee Ju-hyuk. Take a look at the Korean manager, and that is Lee Dong-jun. Saw him pitching some batting practice this morning to the kids. He was very upbeat, very happy, in a very good mood. And now we'll take a look at the defensive scheme here for the Dominican Republic. In the outfield, we'll go Marlon Polanco, Lauren Gutierrez, Alexander Bolivar in right. And around the horn in the infield, we'll have Cesar Altagracia, Starlin de los Santos, Adrian Segura, and Joshua Cano over there at first base. The battery today for Team Dominican Republic will be Jorge Jimenez on the mound with Rudolph Diaz behind the plate. And a quick look there at the manager for Team Dominican Republic. And back to the starting pitcher for today, the very tall Jorge Jimenez. It's a big right-hander, throws very, very hard. But the Korean team is a very, very good fastball hitting team. So we're going to have a little bit of power versus power here in this matchup. Again, this is a very big game for both teams, as the United States has jumped out to a powerful 3-0 record to start this tournament atop Group B. Now remember the Super Round. We'll have the top 3 teams from each division go into the Super Round, which will start later this week. The Dominican Republic was a little bit late arriving here in Taiwan and Tainan due to some restrictions, but they're here, they're good, they're ready to play, and they're hoping to pick up their first win of the tournament here. Actually, both of these teams are probably, in terms of height and weight, 2 of the biggest teams in the tournament. As you look around the infield and you look around the Korean dugout, I was down on the field for batting practice today. These boys are very, very big boys, especially for the ages of 11 and 12. Now we'll take a look at the leadoff hitter here for Team Korea, the pitcher, Yong-woo-chan. He's getting ready. That's Jorge Jimenez. Makes his few last warm-up pitches before the start of the game. Gets the okay from home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto, and he will throw one more pitch as Yong-woo-chan gets ready to lead off for his team. Again, Dominican Republic in the white uniforms today with the blue caps and the red bills, and Korea will go with the navy jerseys today with the white pants. And we're off and running on this beautiful day here in Tainan, as the first pitch goes just a bit outside for ball 1. It seemed to me like Yong-woo-chan was taking all the way. Well, a few notes here on the Dominican Republic. They actually won their very first Pan Am Championship in 32 years this year. They defeated Mexico 8-2. And this is actually their first ever participation in the WBSC Under 12 Baseball World Cup Championships. And that ball is driven out into center, and that will be 1 up and 1 hit and 1 base runner for Team Korea. Just what the doctor ordered on this sunny morning here in Tainan. Valiant effort there by the Dominican Republic shortstop Starlin de los Santos, as that he laid out to catch that ball. That ball was just out of his reach. But again, that valiant effort, great effort. Now next coming to the plate, we'll have the center fielder, number 18, Lee Do-yul. He's going to square around a bunt. It looks like we're going to play a little bit of small ball as Cesar Altagracia comes in here. He's playing about 20 feet in on the grass. There goes the throw down to second. Yeah, Yong-woo-chan will get in there safely as he dives head first. What a great throw down there by Randolph Diaz, almost catching the runner. was able to get a big lead there as the first baseman, Joshua Cano, was also playing in for the bunt, not holding the runner up. See the corner infielders there playing very, very shallow in on the grass. Very confident in their ability to field those hard ground balls and to be able to cut off that bunt. You got to make sure that the shortstop will get over to third base in time if the third baseman comes in to field that bunt. Yeah, we'll look at the 2-0. And that will be strike one. We'll move to 2-1 here in the top of the first. Korea gets that lead runner up to second already. As Lee Do-yul looks down for his signs from third base coach and manager, Lee Do-jun. Now again, I think it's very interesting and very surprising to me that when the Dominican Republic won their first Pan Am Championship, it was the first one in 32 years. Being a country with such success in the area of baseball, it's just a bit of a surprise to me. Also, their very first ever participation here in the Under-12 Championships. Again, another very surprising fact to me. So, Lee Do-yul will take first base on a walk, and Korea's cooking here in the heat in this beautiful morning as the flags blow in out there in Tainan, Taiwan. I had a chance last night to take a little bit of a walk around Tainan City. Not too much, but a little stroll. Lots of great food, lots of great people, lots of things happening down here in the southern part of Taiwan. And that will be strike two on the shortstop, the third hitter here for Team Korea, Park Sung-hyun. A little bit of a delayed call there. You'll notice that throughout these championships, as we're trying to keep things as smooth and as easy and as happy and as positive as we can, I think pretty much any play that's close will usually be called an out, and any ball that's close to the plate will usually be called a strike. I'm totally on board with this type of attitude as it allows the kids to play and have fun, and there's not so many arguments that go on in terms of balls and strikes and outs and all of that. The strike zones from all of the umpires have been very consistent on both sides of the ball, and the safes and the outs and everything on the field, the foul balls and the fair balls, which are a bit more easy to tell, have all been extremely fair from both sides of the dugout. So that's great from the umpires. They've been doing an absolutely stand-up job in the first few days here of this tournament. Well, very quickly, Park Sung-hyun falls behind, 0-2. And down he goes as he gets caught looking at strike three. And that will be the first out of the inning here for the Dominican Republic. A huge out by pitcher Jorge Jimenez. As Park Sung-hyun goes to the dugout, he has a little bit of a chat with his buddy and asks, is that a strike? And his buddy kind of agreed, nodded his head and said, unfortunately, man, yep, that is a strike. Nothing but encouragement, though. But you can hear a lot of chatter over there from the Korean dugout. Again, I was down on the field today as the Koreans took batting practice. They were in such a great mood. They were happy, jovial, and being really friendly to each other, being attentive to the coach. They were very polite to all of the officials that were down around the field. As interestingly enough, we know that cleanup hitter Kim Ye-chan, number 4 here, the catcher for Korea, has power. However, left fielder Marlon Polanco has 2 feet. 2 feet on the warning track out there in left field by the 225 sign. And that ball is chopped foul. Yeah, that's right, it's 225, so we go down the lines here in Tainan at the Asia Pacific International Stadium. We'll go 225 to left, 225 to right. Dead center is a bit of a jaunt, though, at 275. There's actually a very beautiful green monster out there that we like to call it, that some of the kids have already hit, getting distances of up to and over 300 feet. Yep, that's right, 12-year-old kids hitting a baseball over 300 feet. Can you imagine? I mean, when I was 12, I used to hit it 450 feet. That's where I got myself this job. All jokes aside, 300 feet is a mammoth shot for anyone of the age of 12. And Kim Ye-tan takes ball 3 here to give himself a comfortable hitting count at 3-1. With 1 out here, top of the first, a couple of ducks on the pond for Korea, as Kim Ye-tan looks to give his team the lead. And a very good eye, very patient hitting there by number 4, catcher, the backstop for Team Korea. And that will load the bases for number 7, the first baseman, Kim Yong-yun. So the Dominican Republic is going to still play at double play depth here. They're going to move their corner infielders in. They're going to hope that they're going to get a hard hit ball to short or to second, turn 2 and get out of this inning. That ball's in there for a strike. Good start for the Dominican pitcher, Jorge Jimenez. As that fastball is down and out, catches the corner, beautiful pitch. Very interesting here if you can actually see the whole field like I can see from the booth. The Dominican defensive schemes continue to change basically on every pitch or every second pitch. Which means the manager is constantly playing a game of chess. As number 7, Kim Yong-yun waves at strike number 2, moving the count to 1-2. We're going to call timeout here. Will allow you to listen to the field as we can hear all the different languages. Korean manager has a word with his hitter. A friendly word, mind you. He's just telling him to be selective with his pitches. Looks like he might be making a defensive switch already. That can't be possible. It appears as if there was maybe just some questions about the count. As home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto clears things up, dusts off the plate, and we'll be underway again. Korean players getting coached up by both their third base coach and their first base coach. As again, number 7, first baseman, very tall, Kim Yong-yun steps in to the batter's box, behind in the count at 1-2. Now again, culturally, we have to understand that every language is spoken differently, and that does not mean that the tones of the language kind of infer the emotions of the player, as sometimes the languages are just spoken differently. Nobody's angry, nobody's yelling at anybody. This is just the way that certain languages are spoken. Every language is beautiful in its own different way. And I will assure you that every manager and every coach here treats every player with respect and is very, very happy to be here during this championship. As we look in at Kim Yong-yun, 2-2, bases juiced. A big chance here in the top of the first for Korea. And that will be just a bit outside as the count moves to full, and there's nowhere to put anybody. So if I was a guessing man, I'm gonna say that Kim Yong-yun is going to get himself a pitch to hit here. He was one of the kids I actually got to watch in batting practice, and he seemed to be able to spray the ball all over the field. And down he goes swinging for the second strikeout of the inning for the young Jorge Jimenez. Another massive out as the Dominican Republic look to get out of this bases loaded jam in the top of the first. We will now have the right fielder, An Song-woo, wearing number 1 today, looking to cash in some of those runners. And a big cut. It's one of the advantages of these morning games is that, yes, there are not that many fans here, but when there are not many fans in the games, as we've noticed throughout every baseball game at the beginning of, you know, different viruses and things that have come across, we've noticed that when there are not many fans in the field, you can really hear the sounds of the game. You can hear the coaching, you can hear the players talking each other up, you can hear the crack of the bat, in this case, you know, the composite metal bat making contact, the ting of the ball, the umpires yelling balls and strikes. And of course, we always like to fill the stadium with fans, but it's also a different kind of feeling when you don't have that many fans in the stands, when you can actually enjoy the very natural sounds of the baseball game. Snap of the glove like you hear here. Great job by our, our camera crews to get all the right microphones in the right places too as well, so we can hear all the different sounds. But it's really enjoyable for these morning games. It's very, very pure baseball, if you will. That ball's driven into center. That's going to be a base hit. Korea will score one. The throw to home is a bullet. Great decision there to stop at third base as the bases remain loaded. And that will be 1-0 Korea here in the top of the first as center fielder Lauren Gutierrez picks up that ball and fires an absolute strike to home. But most importantly about that strike that he threw home, it was low. It was low and it had the ability to be cut off by the pitcher and the first baseman. An absolutely perfect throw as we see some very good emotion here from the left fielder, Kim Jin-ho. He gets up there and he just lets out a big scream like, I'm gonna smash this ball over the fence. And again, he's ready and he's pumped. I love it. We can see this kind of emotion from everybody as the tournament continues to go on. And he waves there. That's strike one. Again, we can't say enough about the throw, the pickup out there by Lauren Gutierrez in center. He fired a BB straight through everybody, right to the catcher. And a great decision by number 18 and third base coach. And that ball is just a bit foul. Again, Lee Do-yu, third base, to slow up there on that throw because there was a chance he might have been gunned down at home. Nonetheless, that was an RBI for right fielder An Song-woo to put Korea ahead early in this big matchup. Are we going to get another yell? Oh yeah, we get another yell. There we go. A pump-up yell by Kim Jin-ho, the left fielder. I love his energy. It's infectious. But he waves at that one, and that will be strike three. Korea leave the bases loaded as Jorge Jimenez comes out with another big strikeout, his third of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Korea gets on the board. 1-0 Korea. We'll catch up with you soon. Hello everybody and welcome back. You get a good shot of the sunny skies up there in beautiful Taina as we take a look at the offensive lineup for the Dominican Republic. Batting leadoff will be second baseman Adrian Segura, followed by Starlin de los Santos, Joshua Cano, and then batting cleanup will be power hitting Marlon Polanco. He'll be followed by Alexander Bolivar, Jesus Martinez, Cesar Altagracia, Lauren Gutierrez, Randolph Diaz, and the ninth hitter today will be Randolph Diaz. Pardon me, I was taking a look at the pitcher, as Dominican Republic will play with 10 players today because there will be a DH in Jesus Martinez. And defensively for Korea, from left to right in the outfield, we'll go with Kim Jin-ho, Lee Do-yul, and An Song-woo in right field. Around the horn in the infield, we'll have An Yong-sub, Pa Song-hyun, Lee Joo-hyuk, and Kim Yong-yong. The battery today for Team Korea will be Yong Woo-chan on the mound with Kim Ye-tan behind the plate, calling the game for the young pitcher. Again, like I mentioned before, average height in terms of this tournament, and again, I don't know the statistics, I'm going on my eye alone. I would have to say that Team Korea and Team Dominican Republic are some of the tallest boys that we have seen yet in this tournament. So here we go. The bottom of the first, leading off for Team Dominican Republic, the second baseman, Adrian Segura. Again, from time to time, we'll let you listen into the sounds of the baseball game down there, as there's a lot going on, and these kids are really enjoying themselves. Interesting choice of seating by the lady behind the plate. So many empty seats. And she has yet chosen to sit on the stairs to have a chat with her friend in the yellow shirt. Why don't you take a seat there, missus? As that ball is grounded to short. Great pickup and great throw over to first. And a very good pick by the first baseman, Kim Yong-yun, as Adrian Segura dives into first. But unfortunately, he was out. See, this ball was just chopped into the ground, so it's a hard play, as Pa Song-hyun has to rush, and it's a great play to pick that ball out of the dirt by first baseman Kim Yong-yun. One out, bottom of the first. Now we'll have the shortstop, number 7, Starlin de los Santos. He will take ball 1, as he looks to get things started here for the Dominican Republic, wearing the beautiful white uniforms here on this beautiful morning. And he'll take in the dirt, move ahead, 2-0. As I've mentioned very quickly before, there's a bit of a breeze today, but all of the flags are pointing towards me in the booth behind home plate. Now, that would tell you that the wind is blowing in a little bit, noticeably enough for me to see. And that will be the first strike of the day against Starlin de los Santos, as he sets himself and gets ready there. Also, he chose the eye black today instead of the sunglasses. A lot of the kids seem to choose the eye black these days instead of sunglasses, as from time to time, sunglasses can be a little bit cumbersome. And I think with the eye black, it really helps to shade out what sun there is, without the cumbersome sunglasses getting in your way. I always liked to use the eye black too when I was of this age. Being left-handed myself, I always found myself limited to a few positions. I'm not sure that was just because I was left-handed, but I like to tell myself that. Oh, look out down there in the Korean dugout, as that one is sliced very dangerously towards Team Korea. And Starlin de los Santos looks in at a full count. He's hoping he can get something he can drive into that big gap out there in right center. he fights off another great pitch by Yong-Woo Tan. And we will do this all over again. Same count, 3-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, as the Dominican Republic look to get something going. Very good hitting team, very good fielding team. Both of these teams, defensively and offensively, are very good. As Starlin de los Santos will take a walk and will get the first base runner of the day for Team Dominican Republic. As the PA announcer has just told us, the next batter will be first baseman Joshua Cano. As we'll see De Los Santos down there on first base take a big lead, and just as I say that, the pitcher Yong-Woo Tan will check on him and keep him honest. There has been umpteen stolen bases in this tournament thus far, which tells us all of the managers like to be a bit aggressive and force the hand of the defense to put some pressure on them to see if they crack. But I'll tell you, there's been some great defense throughout this tournament so far. And the defenses don't seem to be cracking at all. As Yong-Woo Tan checks again on the base runner, Starlin de los Santos, who has some serious speed over there on first base. That ball is chopped down to first base, but we'll call a foul ball here, as that ball went off the foot of Joshua Cano. And we will play this one again. Great job by home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto to get out there and tell everybody, that's a foul ball, stop, no need to run. And very, very clearly, she made that call. And we'll go back and check on De Los Santos, as Yong-Woo Tan seems to be really preoccupied with the young shortstop over there. The ball is swung on and missed, and that will be strike 2, as Joshua Cano was a bit confused. Strike 3, pardon me, as the umpire seemed a bit confused as well. And the second out of this inning. You just get a strike call there from the umpire without a punch out. So once again, there seemed to be some confusion as I followed the umpire's signal. I think I'll just follow my pitch count. Now we'll have cleanup hitter Marlon Polanco. And that ball is crushed to left field and off the top of the wall. Starlin de los Santos will come around to score, sliding into home plate unnecessarily, as Marlon Polanco hits a bomb to left center field. But because Starlin de los Santos slides into home plate, he will be called out. That was a very unnecessary slide by Starlin de los Santos, but I'm not sure he was very familiar with the rule. That will be the end of the inning for Team Dominican Republic, as Martin Polanco knocks in a run, but unfortunately, Starlin de los Santos' slide into home plate will deem him out. Unfortunate circumstances there for Team Dominican Republic. Now we will head to the top of the second. Still 1-0 Korea. And welcome back to the Asia Pacific International Stadium here in beautiful Tainan, Taiwan, as we head to the top of the second, and we'll take a look here at De Los Santos sliding into home plate, but the umpire gives a very clear signal that there is no sliding head first into home plate. So sliding head first into home plate, you will be automatically called out. As that ball is hit to the third baseman, Cesar Altagracia, and Altagracia throws him out for the first out of the inning. Great play by the shortstop, Cesar Altagracia, to make the play. Again, there's no head-first sliding into home plate to protect the children, as the catcher wears a lot of gear in there. Sometimes there are high-speed plays, if you will, at home plate. So we like to keep everybody sliding feet first if they're going into home plate. Head first into any of the other bases is totally fine. But I'm not sure the coach would be upset with the slide per se, but I think he might be upset with a little bit of the awareness as to where the ball was and why the slide came, not that he slid in for the first run of the game. Anyway, these are bumps in the road that we learn from as young children playing ball here. There's a lot of rules to this game, and maybe this rule was just something he forgot about or something he was unaware about. We all make mistakes, we'll move on. One run is definitely not a huge unsurmountable lead. Again, I thought it was a great call by home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto. She was very, very quick to tell everybody that you are not allowed to do that. The universal arm crossing X showed us that that is a no-no in this league. And again, this is another rule put in place to protect the children from getting hurt. Everyone plays hard, we know that, but we're still trying to protect everybody from getting hurt. Then we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Pardon me. We'll go to the last hitter, number 10, Lee Ju-hyuk. He will be the 9th batter of the day. And this will be his first at-bat in this game, as Korea looks to make some more noise and get a few base runners down there on the base paths. And as all of these young women do, when mistakes are made, they do a great job of forgetting about it, moving on, as everyone should. No harm, no foul. There's nothing to hang your head about. It is what it is. And again, we'll take a look at that play. Right away, you see down in the corner, well, I guess in the center of your screen, home plate umpire Kyoko Matsumoto making that call right away, as Lee Ju-hyuk will take first base on a walk. I think all you want from umpires is that they're fair on both sides of the ball and that they're very clear in their calls. And so far this tournament, they have been nothing shy of amazing. They have been amazing. As we'll go back now, turn the lineup over to the top of the lineup, and pitcher Yong-woo Chan. A little bit of a check over there at first base. Keep the second baseman, Lee Ju-hyuk, honest. 2 big steps. That's another part of this game that I do really love. Every team has so many arsenals in their bag in terms of hitting and stealing and bunting and defensive strategies. It's really, really an interesting, entertaining game to watch. And there's no shift in this game. That ball is smoked to the gap in left center. It's gonna go off the wall, and second baseman Lee Ju-hyuk will hold up at second base. And pitcher Yong Woo Chan will walk into second with a stand-up double. That ball was hit on the screws. Left fielder Marlon Polanco maybe thought that ball was gone, as he made a great effort to pick up that ball with his outfielder, center fielder Lauren Gutierrez together, working together as a team. And that ball is tattooed out into the gap. That will score a couple as Yong Woo Chan rounds third and will score easily on back-to-back doubles by the center fielder, Lee Do-yu. That ball was not much the center fielder Lauren Gutierrez could do there, as that ball was hit on a rope out there to the gap in left center to score a couple of runners and give Korea a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second. Again, this Dominican Republic team has power from top to bottom, so a 3-run lead will not worry them too much. They just hope to get out of this inning, as that ball's fouled straight back to get out of this inning, just down a trifecta. Now we'll see the shortstop, Pa Song-hyun, come to the plate. He struck out in his last at-bat. Looking to one-up himself in his second at-bat. And he will take a strike and fall behind in the count 1-2. Nice bounce back batter by the pitcher from the Dominican Republic, Jorge Jimenez. As you'll see, Pa Song-hyun square around, and he will take ball 2, as that moves the count to 2-2. There's the pitch count on Jorge Jimenez. In 2 innings, he's pitched 50 pitches. And he's looking to get Pa Song-hyun down on strikes, but Pa Song-hyun says, no, I'm going to take ball 3 and move this count all 4. It looks like Jorge Jimenez is still very comfortable out there on the mound. I think he just said to his third baseman, I'm good. As we will see the manager for the Dominican Republic take a little bit of a walk out there. Again, that's number 20 in terms of managers, Alvaro Samboy. He's going to go out. He's going to have a chat with his boys. His Korean manager decides he's going to have a chat with his boys as well. I think it's just some words of encouragement from both sides saying, hey, we're still in this game. 3-0 is nothing. Let's get a few outs here. Get in the dugout, get those bats going. Clap, clap, high five, and then let's go. Oh, some very good hitting advice down there from the Korean first base coach. Telling number 3, Pa Song-hyun, to keep the weight on that back foot before he transfers. Throw those hips open. Pull those hands down through the zone. Keep that weight off your front foot too early. We're looking in at a full count. Pa Song-hyun. And down he goes on strikes. Whatever manager Alvaro Samboy said to his young pitcher, Jorge Jimenez, seemed to work. Ha Sung-hyun will go down swinging for the second time tonight. That was an unbelievable pitch. That was definitely a strike and practically unhittable. Got a runner at second here. 1 out in the top of the second. 3-0 Korea, as they have scored a couple here in the top of the second to take a 3-0 lead, which is by far a commanding lead in this tournament. Now we'll look at the catcher, cleanup hitter, Kim Ye-chan. And third baseman Cesar Altagracia will make the play over to first. Korea get a couple here in the top of the second, but Jorge Jimenez is able to keep them calm as Dominican Republic head back into the dugout looking to tie this thing up. We'll catch up with you soon.
Es el problema, tú lo dejas pensar, tú tienes que montarte de una vez. Oye, desde que tú tires,
And as we head back to the bottom of the second for Team Dominican Republic, we will have Alexander Bolivar, Jesus Martinez, and Cesar Altagracia as hitters 5, 6, and 7 for the Dominican Republic. Looking to make a little bit of noise, as I was still trying to figure out how to score the end of the bottom of the first for the Dominican Republic. Head first slide, third out at home plate. That's a tough one to score. I challenge you to score that one, Mr. Richard Wong. And that ball is swung on and missed, but what a massive hack at the right fielder, number 3, Alexander Bolivar, took at that one. And again, don't speak Spanish very well, but I did hear the coaches of the Dominican Republic saying to their players that this 3-0 lead is no problem whatsoever. We just need to get on the bats and do our job. And as I've mentioned every single day in this tournament over and over again, the coaches have been nothing short of brilliant with the way they've coached and treated the players in this tournament. They spend so much time together. These coaches are like parents to these children, And the children respect them as such, and the coaches respect them as such. It's a wonderful family-like atmosphere to see. As Bolivar takes high, and that will move the count to 2-2. It's good to see such patience up there by the Dominican batters. And that will be strike 3 as pitcher Yong Woo Chan catches the outside corner with a fastball, and Alexander Bolivar will go down looking. Tough pitch to hit as he painted the corner with that cheese for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Now we'll see number 2, the DH for today, Jesus Martinez. You can see that fastball has a little bit of movement, moving away from the hitter. It starts out kind of in the middle of the plate, but ends just outside or over the corner, which makes it a very, very hard ball to hit. And Jesus Martinez pops one up. The right fielder, An Song-woo, will come in, make the call, and make a smooth catch. 2 out here in the bottom of 2. Korea up 3. And now the third baseman, batting in the 7 hole, Cesar Altagracia. Strike 1 as he sets himself and tries to get something going here for the Dominican Republic in the bottom of 2. That ball is hit well into right field, and that will be a base hit for Cesar Altagracia, and he wants to get something going here for his country in the bottom of 2. It was an off-speed pitch that kind of hung up there. Altagracia was able to keep those hands back and wait. Put a good swing on that ball. Good piece of hitting. Now we will have the center fielder with the cannon, Lauren Gutierrez, come to the plate. And the runner goes to second, and he will steal second standing up as Korean catcher Kim Ye-chan was unable to hold the ball in making his quick release. I'm not sure. Oh, I know what happened. Cesar Altagracia thought that perhaps that was a foul ball. He started to go back towards first base, and there was a throw down to second base to keep him honest. A few small, minor, but albeit influential base running issues for the Dominican Republic this early in the game. So you can tell right here, he decides, that must be a foul ball. Wait a second, it's not a foul ball. I got to get back to the base. And he gets back there safely, just in time. That would have been unfortunate circumstances had he been thrown out walking back to first base after a stolen base. Nonetheless, we move on. He's safe, and there's a runner in scoring position for the Dominican Republic. And he takes off for third base. That's a swing and a miss by Lauren Gutierrez, and that will be out number 3 in the bottom of the second. Dominican Republic gets a hit and a base runner as far as second and third, second/third. We'll head to the top of 3. Korea up 3. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Asia Pacific International Stadium and Training Grounds down here in Tainan for the Under-12 Baseball World Cup. As we take a quick look into the Dominican Republic dugout. And a quick look at some of the fans here who are on hand for an early start, 10:30 a.m. start here in Taiwan. And we will see the first baseman for Korea, Kim Yong-yot, come to the plate, who struck out in his first at-bat. And again, not enough can be said about the organizers and everybody that's involved in this tournament. They are keeping everything running smoothly and safely and in such an organized fashion. The buses to and from the hotels, the fans filing in and out of the stadium, all the workers and everyone is just having a great time down here. And kudos to all the organizers of this event. They've done pretty much an immaculate job in preparing and carrying out the process that is this tournament. And again, number 7, Kim Yong-yun. Will hit that ball sky high down the left field line. And what an amazing play by the third baseman for the Dominican Republic, Cesar Altagracia, as he is able to get to that ball, turn around, set his feet underneath it. He never takes his eye off the ball, checks out where he is, and smooth as butter makes that catch. You don't understand how difficult that catch is to make. As your outfielder's coming in on you, your shortstop is approaching close to you, you are approaching close to the fence, and the ball is hit so high that you're not really used to a ball hit that high. And it's in the midday haze of Tainan. Excellent catch by the young third baseman. And now we will have the right fielder, An Song-woo, who takes high for ball 2 here with 1 out in the bottom of 3. And that ball is hit to the third baseman. It will be a foul ball. Has great awareness again by, I'm going to say, Gold Glover, Cesar Altagracia, as he makes a great play and decision by letting that ball go foul. 2-2, all evened up here for the right fielder, An Song-woo. And unfortunately, that ball will have nicked An Song-woo in the arm, and he will take first base on a hit by pitch. And again, he's wearing that protective elbow pad. You can hear the kind of the plastic clip that the sound made as the ball hit it. As we see the ever so exciting, as the runner takes off second base, and he will dive in there safely for Korea's second stolen base of the morning. He has a pretty good jump here. It throws just a bit outside. Very good release by the catcher, but just a bit outside. As we watch the young left fielder, Kim Jin-ho, wave at a strike. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, but he is full of energy, this guy. As that ball's in the dirt, but a great decision by the An Song-woo out there on second base to not push the envelope too much, as the single scores him from there or from third base, either way you look at it. And that ball will be just a bit outside, and we're going to move to 3-1 here with 1 out in the top of 3. And And that ball is hit well, just beyond the reach of the right fielder, Alexander Bolivar. And Kim Jin-ho will park himself at second base with an RBI double. That ball again, guys, was hit on a line out there to right field. And the ball seemed to hang up and keep carrying its way. Great effort there by Alexander Bolivar as that ball is just out of his reach. As he took a good route to that ball, it just couldn't reach out and get it as the speed of that ball carried its way to the outfield fence. Korea put one more on the board to go up 4-0. And we will see the manager, Alvaro Samboy, come out to the dismay of the umpire, as I heard coach. We will just kind of let this play itself out. As perhaps it's a mound visit issue. That's okay, all is said and done, everyone's happy. As we take another look here at the situation where the coach Alvaro Samboy comes out. I assume now we will have, as the pen is out, the roster is out, we're going to have a pitching change for the Dominican Republic. And Kim Jin-ho over there on third base will come in, get a fist bump from his coach, and have a chat with his manager. And we're gonna have a pitching change as number 12, Jerson Guzman, will come in to take the pitching duties. I believe he will get his allotted 5 pitches. As we see again, that will be Jerson Guzman coming in to take the place of Jorge Jimenez on the hill. Great effort today by Jorge Jimenez. His pitch count just got up there a little bit too high. And for safety reasons, I think we'll just give him a little bit of a rest. And we'll give the ball to Guzman as he hopes to get his team off the field and into the dugout and give them a crack at cutting into this 4-0 Korean lead. So now, coming to the plate, we'll have third baseman An Yong-sup for Korea, who grounded out to third base in his last at-bat. Hard-throwing left-hander on the mound. Will be a definite change from the right-hander that started the game. And he looks like he's got some good control there as he continues to split the plate with his warm-up pitches. And while we got this time, I think we can tell you a little bit again, like we do every day, about the pitch count rules in this tournament. If you're pitching 1 to 30 pitches, you don't need any rest the next day, the following day, pardon me. If you do 31 to 45, you'll have to take a day's rest. In the range of 46 to 60 pitches, you'll need 2 days rest. 61 to 75, you'll need 3 days rest. And if you max out at 85 pitches, you will need 4 days rest. Now, regardless of your pitch count, you cannot pitch 4 days in a row. These rules are all put in place for the safety of the children, for the safety of fair play, so that everyone gets their chance to move around the game when they can. At the under 12 level, we do not have a 20-second pitch clock. There will be no enforcement of a pitch clock at this level. But when you get to U15 and U18, they do implement the pitch clock. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled way back into the stands. And our volunteers will go and pick up that ball and hopefully be able to use it again. We're looking in at number 5, the third baseman for Korea, An Yong-sup. The young lefties, Yerson Guzman on the mound. And that will be a bunt, but it's gonna go foul, as the bunt continues to be very prevalent and all about this tournament as an offensive weapon. Dominican has decided to pull their infield in. All their infielders are basically standing on the grass, hoping to cut that run down. As every run at this point be very important. And that will be strike 3 as An Yong-sup goes down swinging. For the second out of this inning. And once again, that ball did not hit the dirt. The umpire made the right play by calling An Yong-sup out on strikes. That ball did not hit the dirt, and I hope you stick with your call, as that was the second out of this inning. And the third baseman for Korea will sit down. If we go back and we look at the call by the umpire, the call is that the batter is out. You see right here, that's it. The umpire made the call that the batter is out. Now we're going to say that the batter is not out, which seems a little bit off for me, but you know, I'm just a broadcaster up here. As we'll see, the Alvaro manager for the Dominican Republic, Alvaro Zamboy, go back to the dugout clapping without too much argument, which is very professional and nice to see. However, the young number 5, An Yong-sup, should be out, as that ball did not hit the dirt, and we saw ever so clearly on the replay. And the umpire did make the right call originally. And again, we will do it all over again, as the third base coach and manager, Lee Dong-jin, will say that that ball hit the dirt and that he should not be out. The out sign was made. Number 5 should be heading to the dugout again, because this is the second time he is out this inning. And actually, on replay, we will see that that was the wrong call again. However, let's move on. We're playing some ball, and hopefully we can clear up this little bit of trouble behind home plate with Kyoko Matsumoto. And the first time the Dominican manager argued, he was right. The second time the Korean manager argued, he was right. Unfortunately, both times behind the plate, the umpire was not. We move on with 2 outs here in the top of the third. That ball is chopped foul by number 10, Lee Ju-hyuk of Team Korea. So we look in, 1-1. Korea able to put one on the board so far this inning to take a 4-0 lead. As that ball is bounced on the plate, and that will move the count to 2-1. As Kim Jin-ho still remains out there on third base, looking to come home. He just wants to come home. I just want to go home, guys. Just bring me home. Like the country road. Country road. Bring me home. Just bring me home. To the place where he belongs. Home place. But let's see if Jerson Guzman has something else to say about that. And that will be ball 3 to move the count to 3-1. As Guzman takes a deep breath, brushes off his shirt, gets himself set, and ready to deal here in the top of the third inning. Dominican Republic down 4. There you go. That will be a strike to move the count full. As Guzman has come into this game and has looked pretty good. That is a fireball throwing left-hander. Now speaking of fireball throwing left-handers, last night in the Chinese Taipei game, as that ball gets away, it bounces back quickly. The closing pitcher for Chinese Taipei, Chen Rui-Xin, was throwing the ball at 80 miles per hour, which in terms of this distance and speed is equivalent to a major league pitcher throwing 104 miles per hour. I don't know about you guys, but that seems pretty insane to me. And you can see by the way he closed the game, he was just throwing fastballs over the plate, and accordingly, the hitters couldn't catch up to it. That ball is hit. It hits the runner, but the runner is in foul territory, guys. So therefore, he will not be called out. That's why when you are on third base, you are standing on the base, or you are running into foul territory. There's some good base running and very good baseball awareness by Kim Jin-ho, who has been down on third base for what seems like an awfully long time for him. Runner takes off, and that will be a ball, as there is no contest. There is no contest for Lee Ju-hyuk as he takes second base. Well, we'll give him a stolen base anyway. Just because that's what we do up here in the booth. We are always giving. And that will be strike 2. As we look in at the pitcher and leadoff hitter for Team Korea, Yong-woo Tak. A base hit here could really blow this thing open. And a high fastball outside to move the count even. 2s all around. One pitch, just one pitch, and the young Guzman can get himself out of this inning. And that was almost the pitch that he needed. But Yong-woo Tak was able to keep himself alive. Staying alive, staying alive. He was able to keep himself alive. Great song. And we'll do it again. And he gets him to swing and miss, but unfortunately, the play will end in and out as it got away from the catcher, Randolph Diaz, but he threw an absolute laser down to first base. And the Dominican Republic will head to the dugout, down 4, as we take a look again at this beautiful defensive play and the awareness of the catcher to make that throw down to first base. We'll head to the bottom of 3, Dominican Republic down 4.
Vamos, cache, vamos, vamos. ¿Y en serio? Sí. Mano, Dios mío, va.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the bottom of the 3rd as the Dominican Republic will take their cracks at trying to get some runs on the board and perhaps even this thing up. Now, there were some questions and some confusion about number 5, An Yong-sup's at bat last inning for Korea. But basically, the first one he fouled off was an out. The umpire called him out. She conferred with her fellow umpires, and they decided that the ball did hit the dirt, and therefore he was given another chance to at bat. The second time he struck out, he did foul the ball into the dirt. However, she decided to make the call that he was out. So a little bit of confusion, and you know what, like I've said before, we all make mistakes, but hopefully we can clear that up and move on. It was just kind of funny because at first the Dominican manager was arguing, and he was right. And then the second pitch, the Korean manager was arguing, and he was right. But in the end, it was a strikeout for Guzman and a strikeout against the young third baseman, An Yong-sup. So I hope I cleared that up in a positive manner. As we'll see number 17 come to the plate for the Dominican Republic. And he does his best Juan Soto impression to stare out at the pitcher as Adrian Segura takes his place in the batting box. Previous at bat, as I was explaining what was happening last inning, catcher Randolph Diaz went down on strikes. Segura will look to lead things off for his team as he takes a mean cut at that one and has a little look back at the pitcher, Yong Woo-chan, to see what he's going to bring. Some swagger to the box for sure for the young Adrian Segura. That ball is chopped. Very good pick by the shortstop, Pa Song-hyun over to first smoothly, like the smooth operator, for the second out here in the bottom of 3. Good short hop pick up there. Takes his time, sets his feet, and throws a strike over to Kim Yong-yun on first base. 2 down here, bottom of 3. It's 4 strikeouts so far for Yong Woo-chan, as he seems to be quite dominant in this game against the Dominican Republic. There were 2 hits, but there was the one ball that was hit very hard and very far that led to that unfortunate head-first slide by Starlin De Los Santos in the first inning. As coming to the plate now is the aforementioned number 7, Starlin De Los Santos. Very good hitter, very speedy, very great defensively out there on shortstop as well. He will square around a bunt, and he will get a little bit of belt music as Yong Woo-chan pitches him a bit inside for ball number 3. And quickly, De Los Santos finds himself ahead 3-0, and perhaps will be given a red light at this point in the ball game, where base runners and noise and traffic are needed for the Dominican Republic. There you go, in there with a strike. Agreeable from De Los Santos, as he sets himself and gets ready here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. A healthy cut, and that ball is fouled way back there into the upper deck. I'm not sure the fan was able to make a play on it, but the ball seems to have trickled down the stairs and back into the grasp of the Volunteers. Now, speaking of those Volunteers, these young men and women that have come here to help out throughout this tournament, as we see De Los Santos take ball 4 for a walk, there's not enough that can be said about all these people who come here and try to help out and try to make this a better place. You know, we had the rain delay the other day, and we saw the young boys working diligently out on the field to clear up the water. They're here again today to collect foul balls and make sure people are seated in an orderly fashion and everyone is safe. You know, it's just such a team, family style of volunteer work here that's being done to make sure that this tournament runs smoothly. And I can't say enough again about all the people who are involved. It's been a great effort so far, and I look forward to see what they have to bring as this week progresses and we head towards the championship game. Championship game, which will be held Sunday evening here at the Asia Pacific International Field and Stadium at 6:30 p.m. Sunday. That will be our championship final. Who will be there? We will have to wait a few more days before we're able to tell, because anything can happen in the game of baseball. All right, that will bring Joshua Cano to the plate, who struck out in his first at-bat. And he takes just on the inside corner for strike 1. Starlin De Los Santos will take his lead down on first. Joshua Cano, who can really swing that bat, will set himself. And Yong Woo-chan continues to pick apart the corners on the plate as he goes inside and he goes outside for strike 1 and then strike 2. Fastball inside, off-speed pitch outside. He is really humming it today. Oh, and 2. Joshua Cano will get a bit more defensive, but he will go down swinging. And that will be the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll leave it at that. Korea up 4-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. We'll catch up with you soon. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Under-12 Baseball World Cup here in beautiful Tainan, Taiwan. As I just got word that Japan had its first win of the tournament this morning, a 15-0 win over the Czech Republic, which will in turn put a little bit more pressure on the Dominican Republic as they look for their first win as well in the tournament. Because if you take a look at the Group B standings, the United States are 3-0. Korea, if they hold on and win this game, will also be 3-0. And that will leave Japan at 1-2. And Dominican can't come back and win this game. They will go to 0-2. And the Czech Republic will go to 0-3. That still leaves the door open for the Dominican Republic. You just hope they can get some things going here as this game progresses. That ball will be taken as a ball as we look in at the center fielder for Korea, Lee Do-yu. Again, I'm trying my best to get these Korean names as best as I can because my good friend, mentor, and teacher, Richard Wong, really helped me out today. As we look in, 1-1. Justin Well, as that ball is fouled back way into the upper deck, as Justin Guzman seems to be really having some good control and to be zoned in out there on the mound. That ball is barely fouled off by Lee Do-yu as Justin Guzman looks to mow him down. Now, we said a lot about the Korean pitching in this game, but we can also say a lot about the Dominican pitching in this game, as that will be another strikeout for them, and that will be the 7th strikeout of the morning/afternoon for Team Dominican Republic. Now coming to the plate, the shortstop, who has made some very good plays today defensively, Pa Song-hyun. Unfortunately for him, it has not really been his day at the plate, but he's looking to get things going as he has struck out in the first inning and the second inning. But he too was one of the kids I got to watch down at batting practice. And he continued to hit the ball over the fence and over the fence as he waves at strike 2 here, with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Guzman has been pitching extremely well since he has come on in relief of Jorge Jimenez. As the first base coach makes a good play down there and fires a strike to Guzman as we get this game back underway. 2 strikes, 1 out. Korea up 4 in the top of 4. And swung on and missed. And Pa Song-hyun will go down swinging for the 2nd out and 2nd strikeout of the top of the 4th. We'll see Guzman, a hard-throwing left-hander, just fires some high cheese in there for the 2nd out and his 2nd strikeout of this inning. Not much the young Pa Song-hyun could do there, as that was just too much heat to catch up to. That ball's hit well and fielded even better by the young Cesar Altagracia over there on first base. That kid is the real deal. 3 up, 3 down. Korea go lightly in the top of 4. We'll head to the bottom of 4 to see if the Dominican Republic can't get this motor running. We'll catch up with you soon. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Bottom of Four as we hear some really good music being played at the park these days. And this song is one of my favorite that I'd like to hit the Just Dance with my wife and my son, and we have a great time to this song. There's a lot of movement, and I'm sure a lot of these kids as well, they like doing the video game things with their parents and their friends. You know, they're in that age group. They like to have that much fun, but right now the task at hand for the Dominican Republic is to tie this game up. And we will look in at number 9, the left fielder and power hitting Marlon Polanco, whose first at-bat went off the wall for a walk-in stand-up double. And he takes a big cut here and falls behind 0-2. As you see like a slider almost, to the outside corner to get Marlon Polanco chasing. And Polanco with a great eye as he takes inside for ball 1. That's a great take at 0-2, knowing that the strike zones in this tournament have been fair, but somewhat expansive. And he's out in front of that one, as we see a strike thrown back to the pitcher, Yong-Yu-Tan, pardon me, by Kyoko Matsumoto. And he'll take in the dirt. There's a lot, it's quite funny, you know, again, we're not talking too much about the major leagues or anything like that. There's no comparisons going on, but I do like how a lot of the players like to somewhat mimic their favorite players in the way that they act, in the way that they dress. As you can see, the young Marlon Polanco doing his best Juan Soto impression as well. But you know what? Everyone's got heroes, right? You gotta have your heroes. You gotta have your fun. And this is what the kids are doing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be like someone at a professional level. That's how you get there. As that ball is hit up the middle, great play by the second baseman, Lee Ju-hyuk, to knock that ball down. But unfortunately, Marlon Polanco was just too fast getting to first base. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Team Dominican Republic, as they get a hit and their leadoff runner is aboard. Look at that play. A professional knockdown, grab and throw by Lee Ju-hyuk. As we'll check on Polanco. Make sure he doesn't get too far from the base, because at this point in the game, we don't want to give up any bases, but we also don't want to give out any free outs. And coming to the plate, we'll have the right fielder, Alexander Bolivar. Struck out in his first at-bat. And he will take high to even the count at 1-1. Polanco not taking much of a lead over there at first. So the pitcher, Yong-Yu-Tan, is able to concentrate on the task at hand, and that task is Alexander Bolivar. That ball is stroked, but he was out in front of it a bit too much. As you can see, the demeanor from the young Bolivar is extremely calm in everything that he does. You watch him in the outfield, you watch him at the plate, this boy does not get nervous. And we'll do the 1-2 pitch. It's a bit high. Korean catcher Kim Ye-tan thinks about throwing down behind the runner Polanco, but makes a wise decision to kind of just hold the ball and fake it. Great job here by the cool, calm, and collective cucumber, Alexander Bolivar, as he works the count full after falling behind early. That's a testament to his calmness and his lack of nervousness, as this boy is very, very calm. And he's able to foul that one off and waste one of the good pitches by Yong Woo Chan. We'll do it all over again. Hopefully we'll see Marlon Polanco get himself a little bit of a running start. So if Bolivar is able to find a gap here, we might even see Polanco be able to score, as that will be ball 4. Bolivar will take his place at first base. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of 4. The Dominican Republic has something in the works. The Korean manager, Lee Dong-jin, will come out. And it looks like he's going to make a pitching change. And probably some defensive changes as well. Yong Woo Chan, an amazing game today. As we will see very quickly, we will see number 10, Lee Ju-hyuk, move to right field. And then we will see number 1, An Song-woo, move to left field. The new pitcher will be number 7, and that will be the first baseman, the former first baseman, Kim Yong-yun. Number 3, Park Song-hyun, will move over to second base. Which would tell me that number 12, Yong Woo Chan, will move over to shortstop. So I believe from up here, that will be the changes. Oh, there will be one more change. We're looking at left fielder right now. That's An Song-woo, who has moved to left field. First baseman will now be Kang Kyu-min. The first baseman will now be Kang Kyu-min. And that should be all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 changes that happen ever so quickly. So again, let me go through this for you. Now playing left field, we'll have An Song-woo. Moving from second to right field will be Lee Ju-hyuk. Playing shortstop was the former pitcher, Yong Woo Chan. The second baseman will now be the former shortstop, who is Pa Song-hyun. And the new first baseman coming off the bench will be Kang Kyu-min. Now you can see the pitcher is not the first baseman. The pitcher should be number 7, which was the former first baseman, Kim Yong-yun. That's the first. Yes, I'm correct. I'm right. We had a slight graphic mistake there, as the pitcher now is the first baseman, Kim Yong-yun. So again, full-scale changes here as we go all around. The new left fielder, An Song-woo. The new right fielder, Lee Ju-hyuk. The new shortstop, Yong Woo Chan. The new second baseman, Pa Song-hyun. The new first baseman, Kang Kyu-min. And the new pitcher, Kim Yong-yun. Those are all the changes that I have noticed myself as things change very quickly, very abruptly, once one change is made in the under-12 Baseball World Cup. So we will now have a hard-throwing left-hander, a very tall Kim Yong-yun. This is the one thing that I have learned very quickly about under-12 baseball, is you have to be quick on your feet with your changes, as everything does happen in the blink of an eye. So again, if we're wondering what has gone on here, with the change of a pitcher, we will see total 6 changes made defensively, but actually only 1 new player into the game. The new player into the game will be the first baseman, Kang Yu-min. Everybody else was in the game. An Song-woo moved from right to left. Lee Ju-hyuk moved from second to right. Pa Song-hyun moved from short to second. Yong Woo-chan moved from pitcher to short. And the first baseman, Kim Yong-yun, moved from first to pitch. And there you go. We are on our way now with Jesus Martinez coming to bat. 2 runners on base here in the bottom of 4. And that ball is very close to the helmet of Jesus Martinez as it slipped out of the hand of Kim Yong-yun. Very good agility there by Martinez to get down and away from that ball. That ball is in the dirt, scoots away, and the runners will move up 75 feet closer to home plate. And the count moves to 2-1. As the Dominican Republic is starting the knocking. 1 hit and we will get the rocking. They look to get themselves back in this game. We all know the depth and the talent in this Dominican Republic team, so we knew it was a matter of time before they could get a couple of runs on the board, and they look to be heading that way this inning. So that will be ball 3 and move to 3-1. As Kim Yong-yun just needs to take a big deep breath out there. You're a good pitcher, young man. Let's throw strikes and let your defense do the work. And there you go. Not only will you throw a strike, but you will paint the outside corner of the plate with a brush. A fine tipped brush at that. Great pitch by Kim Yong-yun. And he's able to get Jesus Martinez to go down swinging for the first huge out of this inning. And it was a big sweeping curveball that starts out over the corner of the plate, but ends up in the dirt. A very hard pitch to lay off. What a good cut by Jesus Martinez nonetheless. That ball is smoked down the left field line. That will score a couple of runs for Team Dominican Republic as Cesar Altagracia walks into second base with a 2 RBI double, and that cuts the lead in half here in the bottom of 4, 4-2 Korea. He just stays down on it, drives that ball down the line. Some good speed there by Dominican Republic to score both runs. And Cesar Altagracia has himself a couple of ribbies with a double. takes off for third base. The ball thrown out. And there will be a play at the plate. Yeah, Cesar Altagracia runs through the stop sign from his coach, but finds himself safe for the third run of this inning and the game for the Dominican Republic as they inch ever so close. It's a good throw by the left fielder, An Song-woo, but Altagracia finds himself safe. And the third run of this inning and this game for Team Dominican Republic, with only one out here in the bottom of 4. Yeah, we'll have at the plate the center fielder, number 13, Lauren Gutierrez. Will be ball 2 to move the count to 2-2. Big stretch there by Gutierrez. He finds himself in a very influential spot here as he looks to get himself on base as well. And down goes Gutierrez swinging for the second out of the bottom of 4. Great pitch by Kim Yong-yun for his second strikeout of this inning. That's a great pitch. Gutierrez goes down to get it, but he just can't quite catch up with the heat. And now we will have at the plate number 6, Miguel Collado. Batting right now, number 6, Miguel Collado. And takes a strike, even the count at 1-1. And you hear a lot from the dugout saying, Collado, Collado, as he hits one up the middle, and that will be a base hit. As the Dominican Republic put one more on base and can go ahead with one swing of the bat here by number 17, the leadoff hitter, Adrian Segura. Great piece of hitting by Collado. Did you hear Collado, Collado? There will be time called here for reasons unbeknownst to me. I believe we're going to have a pinch runner. But again, there will be questions of this pinch runner because Collado himself is a substitute for Randolph Diaz. And now we will have going to first base to pinch run for Collado will be number 16, Miguel Mejia. So it's one Miguel for another Miguel. Add some speed down there at first base and put some pressure on that Korean defense. Once again, we will have that discussion as to whether or not Collado has played the right amount of time. And there we go. Collado will be sent back to first base. As he, and as I have once said before, or many times said before, Collado needs to play the allotted 1 at-bat or 6 outs of a game once he comes into the game. So Collado will stay in the game, and the speedy Miguel Mejia will not be allowed in the game. That ball is hit up the middle and unfortunately off the leg of the pitcher, who almost made a miraculous play, but nonetheless, if he doesn't get hit by that ball, and we hope he's totally okay, but he looks fine. He's a tough boy. If he doesn't get hit by that ball, as we can see, that ball is absolutely tattooed up the middle. And it hits off his forearm or perhaps calf. If that ball doesn't hit him, it's well into center field any which way. But the young man looks like he's okay. He will shrug it off, and he will get back to business. Maybe we can give him a practice pitch or two to see if he's okay. But he says he doesn't need it. And we move on to number 7, the shortstop, Starlin de los Santos. Some nice sportsmanship by Adrian Segura as he tips his hat to the pitcher, as the pitcher looked over towards first base. Nobody wants to hurt anybody. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. We know it's part of the game. But we need to make sure everyone's okay before we move on. And it doesn't matter what side of the ball you're on. We are all baseball players. So again, here we go with the Dominican Republic. Runners at first and second. 2 out here in the bottom of 4. That ball is hit in the hole. Gonna be a tough play over to first, but the ball is thrown over the head of first baseman Kang Kyu-min. And that will bring in the tying run for the Dominican Republic as they put 4 on the board here in the bottom of 4 and tie this thing up. And you can hear the elation and the excitement and the happiness and every other good word that's coming from the Dominican Republic dugout. As Adrian Segura moves over to third base, and Starlin de los Santos will take first base on a single. That's a very tough play by the shortstop, Young Woo-chan, who almost made the perfect throw to first base to gun down the very speedy Starlin de los Santos. And they got to Santos in a rundown. Now they're gonna go back to third, and just in time, you will see Segura slide evasively around the tag of the third baseman, An Yong-suk. Good play all around by everybody. De Los Santos was caught, and he did what you're supposed to do. You just put your head down and you run towards second. And Segura didn't get himself caught too far off third base and slid very well evasively back into the bag. Now we're looking at runners at second and third. And the tides have changed. Joshua Cano looking to put his country ahead. And that will be strike 1 on the inside corner. As Cano's not that happy. But like I've mentioned before, the strike zones have been expansive, but very, very fair on both sides of the plate. The ball is swung on and fouled back. And Kim Yong-yun is looking to get himself and his team out of this inning and into the 5th inning. 2 runners on, 4 runners in here in the bottom of the 4th for the Dominican Republic. A 4-4 tie with 2 runners in scoring position. We'll move the count even to 2-2. As this is what we expected from these 2 powerhouse teams. A very close, well-fought battle that will go the distance. And speaking of going the distance, there is some confusion by the home plate umpire again, as that will be a strikeout in my book already. And that will be the 3rd out of this inning. Dominican Republic put 4 on the board for a 4-4 tie. We'll go to the top of the 5th, all knotted up at 4. We'll catch up with you soon. And welcome back as we still discuss what went on in that last at bat. And the Dominican Republic manager has himself a case, because if you look closely, the Korean catcher did drop that ball. And when he did drop that ball, that means that Joshua Cano should get himself another swing. If that ball is not thrown to first base, he is safe. So again, the home plate umpire finds herself in the wrong position and not able to see that ball hit the ground. As that ball hits the ground, Joshua Cano does the right thing to take off to first base. As he takes off to first base, he should be safe. The runner coming in should also be safe, and the Dominican Republic should have a lead in this game. And I do believe that the Dominican manager has said that that's impossible, that you guys can make this call. As the umpires walk off the field, and kudos to the Dominican manager, he's not getting too angry, but he is wanting to plead his case as he believes this is not fair. We will be back after this break. Good afternoon, everybody. As it is now the afternoon, I think it's 12:30 in the daytime here in Tainan as we look in at the pitcher for the Dominican Republic, Jerson Guzman. Now, I have to say that the manager for the Dominican Republic, Alvaro Samboy, handled everything very, very well. He has not agreed with what has happened. However, since he has not agreed with what has happened, he did not get angry. He said his piece and he walked off the field, once again setting a good example for his children. Now, however, we will have another umpire's powwow as to what is going on within this game. I wish I was a fly on the wall and I could tell you what is going on, but my correspondent, Richard Wong, should be close to the field, so I'm sure he will be able to tell me very, very shortly what is happening down there. The Dominican players have been called off the field for some reason, unbeknownst to me, but I will continue to talk you through this to make sure you get pertinent information as quick as I get it myself. Looks like there are some officials down there, as the people in the white shirts seem to be the most important ones down there. And we will have some translation from our workers in the light blue shirts, as they will explain to the Dominican Republic manager what is afoot. Again, everyone is working very hard to make everyone understand what is going on. And we need a lot of translation going on, as we have some Japanese, some Spanish language, some English language, and some Korean language being spoken. Seems like the turmoil always seems to find the games that I am calling, while my counterpart, Adam Wong, doesn't seem to get as much turmoil as I do. Now that's quite funny, as maybe he is a very lucky man and needs to buy a lottery ticket this evening. So with all that being said, it looks like number 7, Kim Yong-yun, is getting ready to take to the dish here, as Team Dominican Republic once again will take the mound. And number 12, Jerson Guzman, will wind up, get ready to take the hill and try and shut down this Korean offense in the bottom of the 5th. As I had mentioned on field 2 earlier today, Japan was able to handle its business for the first time this tournament, winning 15-0 to get their first win and move themselves towards contention of the third place, in Group B. The Dominican getting a win here today would be huge, as that would make it a little bit more of a logjam with perennial powerhouse United States and all of those runs at 3-0 at the top. Korea with a win here would make themselves 3-0, and a loss would make them 2-0. The Dominican look to even their record at 1-1, as they are 0-1, getting a late start in this tournament, as they arrived late due to some viral restrictions, I suppose we could say. I refuse to say the name of that virus, as it has caused trouble for a lot of people in this world, and I don't think it should ever get my respect. So here we go. Let's play some ball, guys. Let's have some fun. It's a sunny day. We're here in Tainan. We're having fun. The fans are yelling. The players are yelling. We got a 4-4 tie. We got a heck of a ball game here, as Jerson Guzman looks in. And he gets Kim Yong-yun to wave at the first pitch here. And he quickly moves out ahead, 0-1. And ball in the dirt. A great unnecessary but reactive block, because that's what catchers do throughout every level of this game. And swung on and missed. That will quickly put Kim Yong-yun behind in the count. That ball bounces. Unfortunately catches home plate umpire in the leg. But most of the time these umpires are all decked out in some kind of protective gear. So hopefully that will not leave a mark. So you can see behind the plate now for the Dominican Republic was the previous substitution that I had mentioned has to play his 6 outs. And that is Miguel Collado. Collado needs to have his 1 at bat, which he did, which was a single. Good for him, young man. And he still needs to play his 6 outs to be deemed a full substitute within the fair play rules of this tournament. And just like that, Kim Yong-yun works himself a walk after being behind in the count, 0-2. A lot of chatter out there. We'd love to let you listen to the natural sounds of the game as Korea gets its leadoff hitter aboard this inning. That ball's hit to third. He will go to second and then off to first. Oh my goodness! An unbelievable 5-4-3 double play. Turn like a group of under 12 professionals out there. Take another look at this. Watch this. Field it cleanly over to second. Good turn off to first. Nice stretch at first by Joshua Cano. Tic-tac-toe. Wow. That's 2 outs here. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little bit excited about that amazing double play started by, once again, Gold Glover and one of my new favorite players, Cesar Altagracia, down there on third base. Again, you watch that play and you blink your eyes, you do not think you're watching 12-year-olds play this game. Snap, snap, and you listen to the sounds of the gloves. This is what I love to hear as well. Not only can these kids feel, they can throw. And it was snap, snap, double play. That ball's hit to first. It's going to be a tough play, but the first baseman, Joshua Cano, once again shows his defensive prowess over that. Korea gets their lead runner ahead, but a wonderful double play started here by third baseman Cesar Altagracia, and Korea will go down 1-2-3 in the top of 5. We'll head to the bottom of 5 as the Dominican Republic look to take their first lead of the game. We'll catch up with you soon. And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the bottom of the fifth here in a 4-4 tie between the Dominican Republic and Team Korea as we look in at the new Korean pitcher, number 17, Yong-Ju Wong. Ju Wong will do the catching duties, and then we will see the pitcher, the former pitcher, Kim Yong-yun, move back to first base. Now that will be number 17, Yong-Ju Wong, move in to do the pitching duties. That's Yong-Ju Wong moving in to do the pitching duties. And Kim Yong-yun will move back to first base. And there we go. We're right back at it with Marlon Polanco, the left fielder, showing his confidence at the plate after ball one. Polanco is 2 for 2 today with a towering double off the wall in the first inning and a single in the fourth inning. It's 2 for 2 as he looks to go perfect here and get his team a leadoff runner on base. Very confident at the plate, Marlon Polanco, and doing a great job out there in left field as well. Gets himself a little poke to shortstop, and shortstop over to first, and that will be the first out of the bottom of 5. Smooth looking play by number 12, Yong Woo-chan, the starting pitcher for today, as he fields that one and throws a strike to his buddy who helped relieve him in pitching, and now it's back to first base, Kim Yong-yun. Now at the plate, we'll have the right fielder, Alexander Bolivar. Oh, pardon me, that was a substitute. That was Miguel Grullon. As he drove that one to the right side of the infield, hit it well, but right at the Korean player. That's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of 5. Again, that was number 10, Miguel Grullon. Now we'll have the DH, Jesus Martinez. Jesus Martinez is 0 for 2 today. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat and struck out in his second at-bat. Korean pitching has dealt 8 strikeouts to this Dominican Republic team today. And on the other hand, the Dominican Republic team has dealt 7 strikeouts, pardon me, 8 strikeouts as well to the Korean team. That ball is chopped down the left field line, and that will be a single beyond the outstretched glove of third baseman An Yong-sup. So as we get a look at Jesus Martinez down there on first base, we will get another look at one of my new favorite players, Cesar Altagracia, who is 2 for 2 today with some outstanding plays, highlighted by that double play he started last inning for Team Dominican Republic. And we'll see again the Dominican manager, Alvaro Samboy, who will come out and have a chat with the umpire. One of various chats he has had with the umpire Kyoko Matsumoto during this game. So number 14, Carlos Nieves, will come in to pinch run for Jesus Martinez. So that will be number 14, Carlos Nieves, who will come in to pinch run for Jesus Martinez, with the ever so dangerous Cesar Altagracia at the plate. And off he goes right away. Wastes no time getting himself into this game. But unfortunately, Cesar Altagracia thought he had a pitch that he could drive. There he goes again. Ball in the dirt. Still a good throw and a good pick by Team Korea. As once again, the speedy Carlos Nieves wastes no time getting himself into scoring position. I love this kind of attitude. Get yourself in the game, get running, get dirty, get into the game. You know what? However you can do it, you do it, young man. And the ball is swung on and missed, as Carlos Nieves will continue to give those legs a workout as he moves around to third base. And we're going to see the Korean manager come out here and say that that was a foul ball. They don their masks as they have a little powwow. We could see from the replay that there was no foul involved. Pardon me, and I say no foul as in no foul ball. Sounds kind of funny to just say no foul. And yet again, the Dominican Republic is on the wrong end of a poor decision. Okay, let's play some baseball. And that will be outside. And we'll have twos across the board. Green twos, yellow twos, red twos. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Cesar Altagracia looks to bring in his buddy, Carlos Nieves. And that ball is fouled. That is just a foul ball, guys. You cannot run to first on that one. That is just a foul ball. As we can see here, the third strike foul ball is just a foul ball, and it's just that. And swung on and missed. Cesar Altagracia goes down swinging. The Dominican Republic get a runner as far as second base, but are unable to cash in. We'll head to the final inning. A 4-4 tie. We'll catch up with you soon. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're just taking a look here at the extra inning rules. If the game remains tied after 6 innings, each team will begin the 7th inning with runners on first and second. And the lineup will continue as if any other inning was going on. So if the last batter of the inning, for example, that got out was the third out was the 8th runner, the 8th runner would then go to second base. The 8th batter would go to second base. The 7th batter would go to first base, and the 9th batter would be leading off in regular fashion. So it's pretty similar to those other leagues that start with a runner on second base. It's just here we add a runner on first base as well. I believe there has been one game that has gone to extra innings thus far this tournament, and that was when Venezuela beat Chinese Taipei 10-8 earlier this week. So now we will have third baseman An Yong-sup, who will start and drive the ball right at second baseman Adrian Segura, who makes a strike call as he catches the ball down there on second. There you go, and that's a strike sign for Segura, as he would also like to do some umpiring as he's playing the game. And now we will have number 10, Lee Joo-hyuk, to take the plate. As he's been on base twice in 2 at-bats thus far this afternoon. Now, earlier, I had mentioned that I was going to be in contact with my correspondent, Richard Wong, about the little powwow that was happening down on the field. Apparently, Dominican Republic did not like a call, so they had asked if they could protest. But you cannot protest a judgment call, as a judgment call is just that. It's a judgment call of the umpire. So thank you very much to my correspondent once again, always keeping me in the loop as to what is going on. And that will even the count up at 2-2 here in the top of the 6th with 1 down, as Lee Joo-hyuk looks to continue to rake on this sunny afternoon here in Tainan. Actually, as you look around the field here, the main stadium, Asia Pacific International Stadium, there seems to be more people filing in for the earlier games than they did earlier in the week. That ball is in the dirt a little bit, and that will move the count full, as once again, Lee Joo-hyuk is having himself another great plate appearance. And down he goes looking as Jerson Guzman absolutely paints the inside corner for strike 3, and a great pitch on the fastball that's on the inside part of the plate. A next to near impossible pitch to hit as Lee Joo-hyuk goes down for the first time this afternoon. And that, my friends, will be the 9th strikeout of the evening, split between Jorge Jimenez and Jerson Guzman. And back to the top of the lineup, we'll have pitcher / shortstop Yong-woo Tan, who has reached base safely twice today, going 2 for 3 with a double and a single. I'm sure he would be looking to add a triple or a home run towards his cycle chase, but right now all he wants to do is get himself on base no matter how he can get there. At this point in the game, base runners are very important. As that ball's taken high, and that will be ball 4 as Yong-woo Tan makes his way down to first base. And now coming to the plate already, as well as he's been to base twice today. Lee Do-yu. Now the young pitcher, Jerson Guzman, is going to try his best to just focus on the hitter here, as there are 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And they just need 1 more out to give themselves a chance to walk this thing off. Now the catcher for the Dominican Republic, Miguel Collado, is making his signals to the defense to set up the way he likes it. Guzman deals, and that's going to be just a bit outside. And start off Lee Do-yu with a ball. Since the left-hander has come on in relief of Jorge Jimenez, he has done an absolute lights-out job of taking care of business for Team Dominican Republic. As he gets number 18, the center fielder, Lee Do-yu, to chase outside and even this count up at 1-1. He's had such a great mixture of off-speed pitches and fastballs, and he's been able to locate that fastball so well. He's thrown it on the inside corner, he's thrown it on the outside corner. He has not given Team Korea very much to swing at. As Yong-woo Chan takes off, and because the ball is in the dirt, the catcher Miguel Collado is not able to make the play. But Collado does a great job to make sure the ball stays in front of him. Another very good block by the catcher, Miguel Collado. 1 runner in scoring position now, and that is the speedy Yong-woo Chan out there on second base. You're thinking a little poke here by Lee Do-yu, and you'll be able to score what could be the go-ahead and game-winning run. That ball is hit to second. Great play by the second baseman, Segura, and over to first. And Team Korea goes quite lightly in the top of the 6th. Now it's Team Dominican's turn to try to win this and walk this thing off. We'll catch up with you soon. Hi everybody, welcome back in this very, very tight and exciting game between Team Korea and Team Dominican Republic. As we are all knotted up at 4, going into the bottom of the 6th. Dominican at one point was down 4 runs, but they managed to come back and tie this, and now they have a shot at walking it off for what would be a massive come-from-behind win in Group B. As we mentioned before, the USA is in the house right now at 3-0. Korea is 2-0. The Dominican is 0-1. Japan won earlier today, which puts them at 1-2. While the Czech Republic remains at 0-3. Winning or losing, everybody's always having fun here in Thailand. Don't let that 0-3 record fool you as the Czech Republic. I see those boys all the time. They're having fun, they're smiling, they're trying hard. They're getting a worldly experience on their hands, one that they will never, ever forget. As the development in countries like the Czech Republic of sports like baseball, as well as South Africa, continues to impress. And it won't be too far from seeing these teams compete at an even higher level than they are now. And they are competing at a high level. Well, right now, coming to the dish for Team Dominican Republic is the center fielder, number 13, Loren Gutierrez. Quickly moves ahead in the count, 1-0. And that will be a strike on the inside corner as Korean pitcher Yong Joo Won looks to contain the Dominican Republic offense here and put this thing into extra innings. That ball is hit, and it goes through the hole of two diving Korean players making valiant efforts over there on the left side of the infield, but that ball was hit just too hard by center fielder Loren Gutierrez, and that will bring up the catcher, number 6, Miguel Collado, who had a single in his last at bat. And he moves himself way up into the box. I think he's confident in his ability to hit the fastball, but he's expecting some off-speed stuff. And the throw goes over there behind the runner on first base. Pardon me, that was not Loren Gutierrez. That was Miguel Mejia, number 16, down there on first base, who had the hit that could lead to the winning run, as that ball is bunted foul way back and off the netting. So again, let's give credit where credit is due. That was Miguel Mejia with the single to lead off this inning. Now we're looking in here at the catcher. Came in to replace Randolph Diaz, and that's Miguel Collado. And that ball is taken high, and Mejia will dive back into first base safe. Oh, there you go, look at that. Little bit of sportsmanship offered by the Dominican Republic there, but unfortunately not repaid back by the Korean first baseman. Well, that was a very good offer at peace there, Miguel Mejia. I'd love to see that kind of friendship attempt. And down goes Collado looking for the first out here in the bottom of 6. Now back to the top of the lineup. We're going to turn it over here with the ever so flashy and the swagger of Adrian Segura. Oh, and that was a very healthy cut, as Segura thought about ending this thing all by himself. Segura is 1 for 3 today with a single. The ball is bounced in the dirt, and a great play by the catcher, Kim Ye-tan. Kind of bounces there. Kim Ye-tan is able to get himself in front of that ball, as catchers always do, to add another bruise to the repertoire. Gonna step off, and he's going to see that number 16, Miguel Mejia, heads back to first to regroup. As Segura steps back into the box, looking to get something he can drive out there into that right center gap. He swings at some high cheese from Yong Chu Wang. And that will be the second strike here. As you might see Segura get a bit more defensive and shorten up that swing a little bit. Runner takes off. That ball is flared to second. That could be a double play, and it is a double play. As Miguel Mejia gets doubled off first, unfortunately, as he took off for the hit and run steal. And that will be the end of the 6th inning, but not the end of the game, folks. We will head to extras when we come back, all knotted up at 4. We'll catch up with you soon. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Extra Innings here as we get ready for the top of the 7th. Now, as we mentioned before, in a tie game, 2 runners will be put onto bases 2 and bases 1. So out to second base will be the leadoff hitter, the number 1 hitter, Yong Woo-chan. Taking first base will be the second hitter, Lee Do-yu. And just par for the course, or as we should keep going here, the shortstop, Park Song-hyun, will take the plate. Now, we will have a pinch hitter. So instead of Park Song-hyun taking the dish, we will have Song Min-jae at the plate. That's number 9. Song Min-jae. And of course, they start with no outs. It's just a regular inning, but we just put a few runners on base to make things interesting, to see if the game does not last too long. It helps to speed up the game, make sure that the schedule can be maintained in an orderly fashion. So we have Song Min-jae at the plate. Squares around a bunt, ball's in the dirt, and that will be 3-0. As the bunt, the squaring up of the bunt, there we go. There's some high fives by Korean players, and the second baseman Segura of the Dominican Republic out there on second base. And it was just a matter of time before we all started to mesh together and enjoy each other's cultures and time and fun and languages, because the language of baseball is what we love. There we go. That's in there for a strike. And Guzman eases himself back into the count here. Well, the fielders are in at the corners. Segura is playing a very shallow second base, and the shortstop is always on the move, as that will be strike 2. As Guzman fights his way back into the count. Guzman has looked so good, so calm, so collected since he has come into the game, in relief of Jorge Jimenez, who also pitched himself a wonderful game. We are watching some wonderful baseball here today in Tainan, Taiwan. And that ball is flared. Oh, it's going to fall down. Infield, what's going to happen here? And that will be deemed in my eyes, a double play. So a fortunate break for the Dominican Republic there on that little flare to second base as it falls in unintentionally, which leads to a double play, leaving Team Korea with 1 runner left on base and 2 out here in the top of the 7th. See the flare as Segura thinks that his shortstop is going to catch that ball, then the ball falls down, and we will take 2 outs however we can get them here in the top of the 7th in a 4-4 tie as number 4 catcher Kim Ye-chan comes to the plate. And he looks to get himself a little poke here, because with the speed of Yong Woo-chan out there on second base, could give Korea that lead. But instead, the Dominican Republic opted to send Kim Ye-chan to first base with an intentional walk. That ball looks like it's called by the second baseman, but then as he calls it, he realizes he can't get to it. He points to his friend, and fortunately for the Dominican Republic, and unfortunately for Team Korea, that ends up in a double play. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner down there at first base, and that will be number 11. Number 11, who is Kim Kong-min. Comes in with the speed at first base. Well, that's number 11, pinch running, Kim Kong-min. We will still have Yong Woo-chan out there at second base. And coming to the plate will be the first baseman, Kim Yong-yun. Kim Ye-chan took first base on an intentional pass, and he will give way to Kim Kong-min and the speed. And coming to the plate after a great block here, and he's going to hold the ball as the runners will move up, is Kim Yong-yun. He now has a couple of runners in scoring position as the ball just scooted away from catcher Miguel Collado, who made a valiant effort to block that ball. Now the manager will tell the pitcher from the Dominican Republic, Guzman, to just concentrate on the hitter. Don't worry too much about those batters, as you've been mowing down hitters all day long since you've come into the game. And the Korean manager comes up to talk yet again. As I believe the Korean manager is going to make a substitution and a pinch hitter mid at bat, taking Kim Yong-yun out of the game And bringing in pinch hitter number 2, Pa Song-jin, who will find himself in a 1-1 count. Another very unorthodox but interesting strategic move by the Korean manager. So that will be Kim Yong-yun being substituted and pinch hit for by number 2, Pa Song-jin. So we will see if this move can pay off for the Korean manager, bringing in a cold hitter in a hot count to give his country the lead. So again, we have runners at second and third, and a pinch hitter, Pa Song-jin, into the game. It's a 2-1 count as Guzman looks in. One would think Guzman might have the upper hand in this matchup, and he can throw strikes, and that will be a strike as Pa Song-jin goes around to move the count even. Two and two, 2 outs. A big pitch coming here by Jerson Guzman. And that ball will be fouled. Chopped foul. And Pa Song-jin will stay in this count. Again, that's a tough spot for a young man to come in. You know, like I said, cold batter in a hot count. But these kids seem to always prevail in every situation. They always surprise us. Ball bounces in the dirt, but apparently it hits Pa Song-jin. So he will take first base as that ball just got him on the back foot, and he will gladly go to first base as the Dominican manager makes his way to the mound to perhaps make another pitching change, as we will see number 5, Emmanuel Castro, get ready to take the mound. No, we will not. Number 5, Emmanuel Castro, will take third base. Emmanuel Castro will take third base, which would tell me that Cesar Altagracia will take the mound. A hard-throwing righty. Will come on to look to shut down Team Korea. And that would mean that Jerson Guzman will come out of the game. So that's Cesar Altagracia. Will take the mound. Emmanuel Castro will play third base. And Jerson Guzman will come out of the game. Seems as if Cesar Altagracia is ready and set to play. We're still ironing out these changes. I have seemed to iron them out already. as we have Emmanuel Castro come into the game. Emmanuel Castro comes into the game at third base. And then we will have Cesar Altagracia taking the mound, as there is nothing that this kid can't do. He is absolutely amazing. Coming to the plate for Team Korea will be number 1, the right fielder, An Song-woo. That will be bases juiced, pardon me. I think we're all set to go here. In the top of the 7th. Still 4-4. Korea's got the bases juiced. And An Song-woo is looking to put his team ahead. There you go. The PA announcer has told us we can play ball. And we are excited to get this game going again. And in there for ball 1. He just missed the corner of the plate from Cesar Altagracia. And that's ball 2. And again, this is a tough position for a young man to come in after playing third base all day. It's a tough ask, but if anyone can do it, I got my faith in Cesar Altagracia. All those pitches look pretty good from up here, but I'm pretty far away. And that will be in there for a strike, as Cesar is bringing the gas today. We'll get a timeout called here by An Song-woo. And he will reset, dig himself into that box, and get ready to play some ball. And that will be strike 2. As An Song-woo may not agree, but Cesar Altagracia definitely agrees. That makes it a full count. This is the payoff pitch of all payoff pitches, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is. Cesar Altagracia blows the ball by An Song-woo for the 3rd out here in the top of the 7th. And Korea leaves the bases loaded as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Dominican Republic look to put this thing to bed. We'll catch up with you soon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the bottom of the 7th here. As you see the 2 runners placed on base for Team Dominican Republic. We will have Adrian Segura placed at first base, and what should be Miguel Maya placed at second. But looking down at second, I see number 1, Cesar Altagracia, which in turn could be a mistake by Team Dominican Republic, as the hitter would be, number 2 hitter would be Starlin De Los Santos. So that would mean that the number 1 hitter, Adrian Segura, should go to first base, whereas the number 9 hitter, who was Miguel Maya, should go to second base. Maybe that's a mistake on my behalf. Maybe that should be Miguel Collado. Nonetheless, Cesar Altagracia is the number 7th hitter. It should be number 1 and number 9 on the base paths, as number 2 is hitting. Number 9th hitter last inning was Miguel Collado. Miguel Collado, wearing number 6, should be placed at second base. See number 1, Cesar Altagracia, go over to take some advice from his coach, but I am not sure how the number 7 hitter can be placed at second base when the number 1 hitter is placed at first base. It should be quite a simple process to see the 9th hitter, Miguel Collado, placed over there at second base, while the number 1 hitter, Adrian Segura, will be placed at first base. See Miguel Collado come out of the base, come out of the dugout, and go to second place. Instead, we are placing, yeah, he's going back to first, guys. The second batter is batting, so we'll put the first batter on first and the 9th batter on second. Number 1, Cesar Altagracia, should not be out there. He should be in the dugout. Number 6, Miguel Collado, should be on second base. And in the meantime, we'll take a look here at the standings from the past few days here. As like we've mentioned, the United States have shown some dominance, up with 3 wins and no losses, and they are just scoring a ton of runs. Korea at 2-0 with not a surprising, but a well-earned win over Japan. The Czech Republic continue to fight, play some good defense, have a great time over here. They're yet to get on the board with a win. They're up against some stiff competition, especially in this powerhouse of a Group B. Japan gets their first win today, a 15-0 win over the Czech Republic to put themselves into the win column. Chinese Taipei has definitely earned their victories and had a very close loss. With Venezuela in the house at 3-0. Mexico just lost last night to Chinese Taipei. Brought in one of their aces to close the game. Chen Rui-Xin was throwing at 80 miles an hour, which was equivalent to 104 miles an hour at the major league level. Italy's on the board with a win. Panama 1-2 right now. But that was a couple of heartbreakers for Panama as they lost in the bottom of the 6th, the first game to Chinese Taipei. In their second game, they also lost in the bottom of the 6th to Mexico. So to be 1-2, I'm not sure that is very fair. South Africa, Republic of South Africa continues to battle as well, making some great defensive plays yesterday. And in a tough loss to Venezuela, as Venezuela really brought their bats to play. Later on this afternoon, we'll continue along with some more very exciting games. As they iron that out on the field, we'll take a look here at the upcoming games for today. I believe we will see Panama against Venezuela here at this field at 2:30. And we'll see Mexico against Italy at field 2 as well at 2:30. Later tonight, we'll have a big game for Chinese Taipei as they take on the Republic of South Africa. There will be a full slate of games again tomorrow. And then Wednesday was supposed to be an off day, but due to the late arrival of the Dominican Republic, they will play their makeup game against Japan on Wednesday. And there you have it. You're all up to date on what has transpired the past few days. We'll take a quick break and we'll get back to you soon. And welcome back. We should be able to get underway here now in the bottom of the 7th. As we mentioned before, the 9th batter, Miguel Collado, takes second base. And the first batter, Adrian Segura, goes to first. Now to take the plate and come to the dish, we will have shortstop Starling De Los Santos. So again, if we take a look at the standings here, well, Japan put up 15 today to get their bats really going after a little bit of a rough start today, a rough start to the tournament. But you know the Japanese team will get themselves rolling, and they will always be a tough out, if you will. Mexico take on Italy in what will be a fun game this afternoon in Field 2. That Mexican team can really hit the ball as well. And then the Chinese Taipei are at home again tonight, looking to put a few runs on the board against the Republic of South Africa. But let's not count the Republic of South Africa out yet, as they have shown some flashes of brilliance in this tournament, but have just not gotten the results. And we should be just about ready to go here, as Starling De Los Santos will take the plate, looking to get a little poke out there to end this game. But Team Korea will not go down lightly into the evening, as they would like to keep that unbeaten record intact as well. See, the Korean outfielders playing quite shallow, with Miguel Collado on second base and some speed. It only takes one, as they say. Not to use too many cliches, but it only takes one. And there's a strike. There's De Los Santos, who has been on base all 3 times this afternoon. Looks to make it 4 in a row. We can call it the golden sombrero of positivity, instead of the original golden sombrero that nobody likes to talk about. Now we're looking in here, 1-1. De Los Santos is a great hitter up the plate with a great eye. You're gonna have to throw a strike to make him to chase it. As he fouls that one off, and that will move the count in the favor of Korean pitcher Yong-Soo Won. It's 1-2, bottom of the 7th. 2 runners on. Dominican Republic looking for a big win to get themselves in the win column in this U12 Baseball World Cup. And just a bit outside as the count moves even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. As those Korean outfielders edge ever so slightly towards the infield to try to cut down any kind of run-scoring single. And that ball is hit up the middle. That could be 2 to short and over to first. And that will be a double play for the Team Korea, as the Dominican Republic still have a scary run over there. A scary runner over there on third base, looking to creep his way in and score the winning run. We'll have another little powwow on the mound. As the Korean manager gives some words of encouragement to his young pitcher, Yong-Soo Won, and tells him, don't you worry about that runner over there on third base. You just concentrate on the task at hand. The task at hand will be number 4, Joshua Cano. He's had a bit of a rough day today with 3 strikeouts, but all it takes is 1 swing of the bat and he can forget all of those things. And that ball is a bit outside and low for ball 1. As Joshua Cano likes to set things straight here. Knock in that game-winning run and head out into the sunset. And that ball is also taken a bit outside, as you want to make sure you pitch here to Joshua Cano. with the hot hitting, power hitting Marlon Polanco standing in the on-deck circle. Left side of the Korean infield is very shallow. And that will be ball 3. As Joshua Cano may get that red light from his third base coach. I've been wrong before, folks, though, so we'll see. And there you have it. A great sprawling save by the catcher. And that will put the count at 3-1. That could be a run-saving, game-saving catch there by the catcher, Kim Ye-tan. Joshua Cano gets set here. And that ball is grounded just a bit foul of third base. And a great play, almost a great play by the third base coach of the Dominican Republic. We'll do it again, but this time the count will be full. And this will be the payoff pitch. Three and 2. This could be it. And just a bit outside. And that will be ball 4 for Joshua Cano, as the ever so dangerous Marlon Polanco comes to the plate. Marlon Polanco almost hit a home run in the first inning. He hit a ball off the top of the fence. But unfortunately for him, that was when Starlin De Los Santos slid headfirst into home plate and was called out. Well, right now, he's looking to get that power moving and score that run and end this game. But Korea will think otherwise. That ball is a very healthy cut by Marlon Polanco, as I think he wanted this game to end by 3 and not by 1 with a massive hack at that fastball. And here comes the pitch. And it's just a bit inside, as the Korean dugout very humorously doesn't agree. And they yell out in disdain, but not maliciously, just in the spirit of the game. That moves the count to 1-1. And Polanco takes strike 2 here. He's a very good hitter behind in the count, as he has a very good eye. So we'll see if Polanco can put something in play here, put a little bit of pressure on the Korean defense, and see if he can't walk this off. There goes the runner. That ball is flared into center, and the center fielder gets under it, and that will be the end of the 7th inning. We will go to the 8th inning. 4-4 tie. We'll catch up with you soon.
얼굴 시커먼 거에 흔들리지 마. 너가 더 시커머니까. 야. 얘들아. 올리자.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the top of the 8th inning, as we are still all knotted up at 4. Where Korea looks to take a lead here in the top of the 8th. And the Dominican is hoping that they can hold him off, as we have seen 2 double plays, one in the top of the 7th and one in the bottom of the 7th. That has helped keep this game all knotted up. Sorry, not scoreless. Scoreless in the 7th and scoreless in the bottom of the 7th. So, coming to the plate right now, we will have number 17, Yong-Soo Wong. So that will be number 17, Yong-Soo Wong. On the base paths, for Team Korea will be Han Song-woo and Kim Jin-ho. Now batting will be Yong-Soo Wong. Ball is taken inside, and that will be 2-0. Wong at the plate. Took over pitching earlier in the game and has done a very good job at keeping the Dominican Republic at bay. Comes the pitch, and look out over there in the Korean dugout as that ball is sliced foul. And number 13, Lee Jong-hoo, will go out and try to pick up that foul ball and help out those Volunteers. Down on first base, we have An Song-woo. And that will be strike 3 as Yong-Soo Wong goes down looking for the first out here in the top of the 8th. As you can see, that was an absolute pellet over the corner of the plate, and there was not too much that Yong-Soo Wong could do with it. Now we'll look in at number 5, An Yong-suk, as he is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout and a very hard hit ball in his last at bat. That will be a strike, thrown so hard that the catcher wasn't even able to hold on to the ball, as that was an absolute cheese of a fastball. Oh, at the plate again, we have third baseman, number 5, An Yong-suk. The new pitcher, of course, that came in the last inning was the third baseman, and that ball is hit to second. That could be 2. On to second, over to first, and that will be a double play. The third double play in as many innings. And Korea go down lightly. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th, and once again, the Dominican Republic look to put this thing to bed. We'll catch up with you soon.
Arriba, que vamos, que vamos,
Beban de esa agua, beban. Oye, llévatelo para el aire allá adentro, güey. Llévatelo al aire. Llévatelo al aire. Llévatelo al aire allá adentro. Llévatelo al aire. Oye, 4. Ganó el número 4, Samuel.
And now that we have sorted things out with number 9, Marlon Polanco going to first because he was the last batter, and Joshua Cano going to second because he was the second last batter, we will now have Miguel Guyon come to the plate to once again try to put this thing to bed. That ball scoots by the catcher, and Dominican Republic will have their runners move up 75 feet, which means they're 75 feet away from winning this game and putting themselves into the win column. Now we're gonna walk number 10, and Miguel Guyon, as first base is open, and we are going to pitch to number 5, Emmanuel Castro. Bases loaded, no out here. A great opportunity knocking at the door for Emmanuel Castro as he takes low, and there's nowhere to put the young Dominican Republic player. This is a tough situation here for Team Korea, but they fought through adversity before, and they will be up for the challenge to fight through adversity once again. That is ball 2, and a very patient number 5, Emmanuel Castro. He's going to be very patient. I wouldn't be surprised if he took another pitch here. But that being said, he will also get something to hit. And as I mentioned, he will get something to hit, but it's a great idea to take a strike there, as it will only be the first strike here in his at-bat. So here we are, bottom of the 8th, bases loaded. 2-1 count, no out. Castro at the plate. And that will be ball 3. And the Dominican Republic are 1 ball away from taking this game in extra innings. A lot of pressure on the young pitcher, Yong-Tu Wong of Team Korea. And there you have it. That is ball 4. And the Dominican Republic walk off the game with a walk-off run, putting themselves into the win column at 1-1. Where Team Korea, hard-fought battle, a valiant effort by Team Korea, but they fall just short at 5-4. A big win for the Dominican Republic as they fight for a place here in Group B. So there you have your final score line. Dominican Republic walking off in the bottom of the 8th, 5-4 on 8 hits to Korea's 4 runs on 5 hits. We'll be back very soon with the next game, Panama against Venezuela. I hope you stayed tuned.